The reviews for The Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey are in, and they're actually really bad because they're being overrun by big spamming every single site with mass negative hateful reviews to bring down this movie's score and ruin its box office run. The racist Neanderthals that live in our society that we unfortunately just have to live amongst and can't really do anything about are doing what's called review bombing, which means they're getting together and paying for bots to leave millions of negative reviews on a movie. IMDb was detecting so much unusual voting activity that it had to temporarily block any reviews to The Little Mermaid and then permanently change its rating system to mitigate any unfair reviews like this in the future. Permanently changed itself. I saw someone say this movie is getting Black-Lash, which is unfortunately accurate. On Google, this movie was given 39% one-star ratings, the lowest rating you can have, a 2.1 out of 10 on Metacritic, a failing grade of 56% on the all audience page on Rotten Tomatoes. But here's where the lies stop. Those scores are not accurate because if you adjust it to just the verified audience who can actually prove they saw the movie, paid for a ticket, and are giving an honest review, it adjusts to 95%. And if you want to subtract 5% for Scuttlebutt and Ursula's makeup, I understand. Then insane comments about how, oh, but this story was based in the 18th century, and if they're trying to do an accurate portrayal, this relationship would not be happening, and Ariel would not be allowed on that part of town. Are you still living in the 18th century? And I don't want to hear the go woke, go broke comments. No one is too woke for wanting more representation than just a white person. It's not all about you all the time. And don't worry about this movie because it is doing just fine, restoring my hope in society and all the loving, accepting people in this country. It had the 5th biggest Memorial Day opening of any movie in the history of the world, and it's already made back much more than its budget, so now it's just raking in money while you're raking in the debt. Halle Bailey responded to this success and just said, thank you, Jesus. And I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone at Disney who had a role in casting Halle Bailey because now we know that these films with incredible black female lead actresses work and sell. So to all you nasty trolls on the internet whose fingers are the only muscles that even get worked in your body, your hate campaign didn't work at all. And for the last time, Ariel was never Ariel because she was white. Ariel was Ariel because she was a hopelessly delusional teenage girl who was ready to leave behind her whole family and her whole species for a guy she met one day ago. And that's beautiful and relatable. Like, I would do the same thing. Just like how Michael Jackson was still Michael Jackson after he became white. And how Ariana Grande was still Ariana Grande after she became black. This movie is a marvel, it is a triumph, and if you're denying yourself of this pleasure because you're loyal to previous generations of hate, get a life. Make sure to follow to join the Petty Pop cult and always know what's going on in pop culture with Professor Patty.